welcome to Model Kit Stuff and another Focus on Tools video. And in this video we're going to be having a look at this, which is called a needle holder. So, needle holder is a dental tool and effectively it's a tiny form of forceps. These things. And what I use these for is placing photo etch. So it works in a similar way to self-locking tweezers. So let me show you how it works to start with. Firstly, we have a jaw at this front end here. And it has a very tiny serration to the jaw. It's very mild. And our jaw length is around about 8 to 8.5 millimeters long, thereabouts. And what this does is you can sit it in your hand and you can grab a part and then you can lock it, and then it will stay locked until we're ready to release the part, and then with a gentle squeeze it's released. So let me show you on this little bit of photo etch. So we can go in, we can lock it, we can hold it, we can put it down, we can do what we want with it, and then when we're ready to place it, we can place it, and then if you listen, there's a little twang which tells you that the tool is unlocked as we gently squeeze. Let me give you that sound again. So basically on the inside we have two thin little metal strips. You can see there that I can flex it, and as you lock it, the two push together, and then when you squeeze it, one of them will flick back out, and that's what gives you that twang that tells you that you've unlocked the jaw. So I like these over forceps because of the way they're held. So with forceps you're having to hold them like scissors, and if I pick something up, like for example this bit of very fine 700 railing, it's less manoeuvrable to get in and pick it up in the first place. You tend to have a bigger serration on the jaw, even though the jaw's got the benefit of a longer length. It is roughly 3.5 centimeters. But because you've got a bigger jaw, it's a little bit tougher on the parts that you're picking up. But the most significant difference is the way that this locks. So it locks on some teeth at the back, which you can see here, and the way you unlock them is by separating the two handles, one moving up, one moving down, which you have to do with your fingers. Now while you're doing that, you're wriggling the teeth, so the jaw is also moving, and that can damage your part. So I'm going to show you as we push that apart and it clips and we let go, and sure enough I've got a twist and a bend in my railings, so that's no good to me. Now then, if we do this again with this, and I'll do it at the other end, so it can do exactly the same job, but because this releases in a different way as I've shown, there's more control over it. So if I'm going in like this, or if I'm holding it like a pen, I have more precision, I have more control. As I'm pushing, the jaw is not moving because all the change in pressure is up here, and I'm not manipulating these teeth at all. So there's nothing moving there. The movement is all at this end here because all the activity is happening in the middle basically. So as I press, Nothing happens there. The jaw actually stays closed, so there is no change there. Then when you hear the little ping to say it's released, I can gently take the pressure off, and if I had super glue there, my part would be glued in. So I wouldn't use it on railings, but on things like this, I find it does no damage whatsoever, as long as you're careful with them. You know, you shouldn't have any significant issues. I tend to use it on bigger parts where I'm struggling to get in. Have a tendency to use tweezers over these. But as anyone who uses tweezers knows, tweezers can give you a little bit of problem, and I'll explain that to you now. So the difficulty with standard tweezers is you have to keep constant pressure. So all the time it's in your tweezer, you'll have to be squeezing your fingers together. And the tendency is, when you're concentrating on placing the part, without even thinking about it, you can release the pressure on your hands. And how many times are you holding something in the tweezers and you get within a few millimeters of placing it and you drop it? So that's why we have self-locking tweezers. So they have the benefit of holding the part in the same way that this does, and in the same way that this does. Generally, you don't have teeth on tweezers, so you don't have any of those issues either. Now, when you come to place the part, you're squeezing these two together. So as soon as you put a small amount of pressure on there, because these parts are small, they instantly drop. So if you put a bit of pressure on too soon, you're dropping your part. If you place your part and then release, you've still got the issue that what the pressure you're putting on is going directly down here as well. You're immediately applying these two pieces together. Whereas with this, you can apply your pressure and you can leave it a second, wait for your glue to cure, do what you need to do before you take them apart. So in a way, they're a bit like these tweezers. I've had these about a year. I use them occasionally. In the UK, these retail for a good branded pair for around about £8, so they're not expensive. This, I'll show you the brand. You can pick those up on Amazon or eBay easy enough. They have their uses. I find them handy for some things, tend to be bigger parts. The thing I use them the most for is gussets, so the little triangular brackets under starfish and things like that. I find them very helpful for that. Are they an essential tool? Absolutely not. Are they nice to have? Yeah, maybe. Would I rush out and get some? Not necessarily, but you are now aware of them. Okay, thanks for looking in, everyone, and I will see you soon.